Hi friends, welcome to OFA Studies YouTube channel. This is video 5 in GitHub Copilot CLI playlist. If you have not watched my previous videos, I will highly encourage you to watch them first and then watch this video in this playlist. In this video, you will see how GitHub Copilot CLI can become a workflow driver inside your workflows, especially for code review using /review command, and also we will see the usage of /research command to understand how that helps you to investigate before starting any development. Before starting, let's understand what is the meaning of workflow with one real-time example. Think about a carpenter. A carpenter can perform various types of tasks like building a furniture, fixing damage, doing a quality check. Each of these tasks has their own workflows. For example, if you take building a furniture, carpenter first has to measure, then cut the wood, then assemble the wood and finally finish the furniture. Similarly, developers also will have various workflows for their work, and this is where GitHub Copilot CLI helps. It enhances these workflows and make you faster, quick and efficient. Now let's look at a practical demo how we can use GitHub Copilot CLI for code review workflow. Let's switch to the monitor.
If you have followed our previous videos, you know that what is this location. It is basically a Git repo which I downloaded as a zip and unzipped here. So I will be opening a terminal here with this location, and here I will be opening the GitHub Copilot CLI. So you know that how to open GitHub Copilot CLI. We need to execute a command called Copilot that will actually opens the GitHub Copilot CLI for us. Now hit yes here. That is basically asking you whether I should touch that location or not. Okay. Okay. So now my GitHub Copilot session is open. So as discussed, we are going to see how the code review happens using the GitHub Copilot. So this location has lot of projects here, so many folders and files in it. So what I'm going to do it here, right? In the prompt fashion, I can ask system to review the code. So I can write a prompt saying review at the rate, then I can point to the file as well. So the at the rate symbol will help you to point to any location if you know this if you have seen my previous videos, right? So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take book app project folder. Inside that, I have book underscore app.py file, right? So I'm pointing to this file and asking to do code quality reviews, right? So basically, it's a basic review prompt which I typed. Now Copilot does its job and come back with all the code quality review comments for me. You see that it gave me all the code quality review comments for me. So this is called basic review, where you write a prompt and get the review done, and I can do a specific review as well. So when I say specific review, what I mean is basically I can point to a specific concern what I wanted to review. So let me use this prompt here. So here what I'm going to tell is review this utils.py file for the input validation issues. So I am specifically talking about certain issues. It's not a generic code quality issues, and asking it to validate it. So that specific kind of a validation or reviews also I can do using the review prompt basically. And if you see here now, just gave the prompt and it is started working on it. It is reading the file, and in a while it will come with all the review comments there for that specific concern as well. You see that that's what actually happening right now. Great. This is great. But is it the only way to review code? We have to write a prompt there to review the code? Then answer is no, actually. There is a inbuilt code review agent which we can invoke using the /review command. So if you use this /review command, this command basically invoke a inbuilt. So you see, this is the command. Okay. So this command basically helps you to invoke the inbuilt code review agent. So whenever I use this command, it basically don't review everything. It will basically try to see what are the things got modified inside that folder, inside that branch currently, whether it is a unstaged changes or staged changes. It will try to take them and review. So if you wanted to know whether right now, if you see here, right, this entry, whatever you are seeing it here. So you can clearly see that it is a local Git branch called master right now. So that's what that location is marked as a local Git repo as a master branch. So let me see is already some changes were there which are in unstage or stage. So if you don't know what is unstage stage means in the Git, please watch my Git videos where there I explained about the local Git installation, local repo creation, local branch creations, and unstaged changes, staged changes, commit, etc. Okay. So right now I'm using the exclamatory symbol that will try to help me to get the shell here, and using the shell what I can do, I can directly write the commands what I wanted, right? So I'm going to use the git commands now, git status. So if I use this git status command, this basically help me to find out is there any unstaged changes or staged changes. So it says that this file is currently modified and which is a unstaged, not that means it not yet got staged. Okay, so that's fine. So now I'm going to invoke the review agent and see whether my review agent is going to spot that file and start review that file or not. It should do that because the review agent behavior is like that. It will try to see all unstaged changes, everything, and it will review them on top of it. You can see this if you read these comments, that's what it is doing right now. Great. It says that no issues found. Okay, because I haven't changed much anything there. So it says no issues found. Otherwise, the intention here to introduce you the review agent using the slash review command, which basically automatically look for the modified files with staged or unstaged changes and it will review only that. So that way you no need to specifically write a prompt and point to a file to review, right? So this is good. Now let's also understand about something called research command, why we will use it. So ideally, the research command helps you to perform deep research before planning the coding. Okay. So the flow goes this way, right? So whenever you try to create work in the GitHub Copilot CLI, let's assume you are completely working on something new. Then in that case, right, step one will be let's use step one will be use the research command to research about a topic. So assume that you wanted to build a REST API, right? So you can first use the slash research command to research about how to build a REST API, maybe using Flask. Then once that is done, maybe in the step two, what you can do, you can use the plan command to change the GitHub Copilot CLI into plan mode and then plan your changes, what changes, how the changes has to be implemented there. Okay. Once that is done, you can go ahead and start implement it. You can say to the GitHub Copilot to go and run it, or you can basically you don't want to implement anything, whatever the research you did, whatever the planning you did, you want to share it to somebody, then use this slash share command that will create one .md file locally with all the summary, whatever you did. And you can take that file and give it to somebody so that they can review and come back to you and say, okay, your plan looks good, go and implement. You can give that MD file as for the approvals, basically, before you start writing the code. So the research command basically helps you to investigate before start writing the code. The investigation may be about libraries, maybe about the best practices, maybe about exploring the unfamiliar topics, anything, right? So you can do that way. So if you want to see that very quickly in action, so let me do one thing. So let me clear this all window using the slash clear command. And then here I will be using the research command and I will be telling how to build REST API in Flask. So I just typed it. Sorry, there is a typo. It's not a Flask, it's a Flask. But GitHub Copilot CLI is smart enough to understand. So it will understand and try to get me all the research done here now in a while. Great. It says that it has completed the research and now it is compiling the final report basically for its own reference. As you can see, it is done with its own research, right? So later you can use the slash plan command to convert this the whole GitHub Copilot CLI into the plan mode and do the planning of how to implement. You can use this share command basically with whatever the research you done, you wanted to dump it into one file and share to somebody else. Then use the slash share command. The moment you done that, then it will successfully create one .md file in your local. You can take and give that file to others for consuming whatever the research you have done. Great. That's it.
So this is how GitHub Copilot CLI help you in your daily workflow. You don't use GitHub Copilot CLI only for coding. You will use it for reviewing the code, understanding the code, enhancing the code, etc. If you found this video helpful, do like, share and subscribe to the channel. And don't forget to check the previous videos of GitHub Copilot CLI playlist so that you will get a complete idea about the GitHub Copilot CLI. Thank you for watching. Have a great day.